How's it going, everybody? And welcome to this week's episode of The Mind Rewind. Hi, Ryan.
Nobody can see your face right now.
No?
No.
That's good for them.
Yeah. Hello, Joel.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Why'd you make me sit like this?
I thought it'd be funny.
It's not that funny.
I mean, you're laughing a little bit. You laughed before you said anything right there.
No, this is working the core that I don't have.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be good for you.
Are you
then.
cool if I flip around?
I'd be fine with it. Yeah.
Okay,
Just flip
thank
the
God.
chair around, though.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, flip the whole chair around?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Just
You're probably
knocks
seeing,
over
people are
everything.
seeing more leg than they wanted to see.
It's a lot of leg. Yeah.
Um,
You're much whiter there than I assumed you would be.
Oh, yeah. This area gets no sunshine. Here, let's get that for the camera there. Lots of white there.
It's going close right
The
there.
li-
Editor going close on that shot.
The camera just goes way out of focus because
Yeah.
it's like all this light hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
What's up, man?
Not much.
How you been?
Good. We survived eating Burger King,
Surprisingly so.
surprisingly.
Mm.
What'd you think? It's okay.
Is
I
that-
know for you it was more of a like, whatever.
You know, I'll say this. It's not as bad as I remember it being.
That's fair. And we'll
But
leave it at that.
I was very careful with what I
We'll
ate
leave it
off
at
the
that.
menu, though.
People should watch the videos that we posted if they want more details
Mm-hmm.
on it. But we survived it, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
So.
Surprisingly so.
How have you been?
I'm good. No, I just came back from a wedding, not mine. So
Congratulations.
yeah, not mine.
On going to the
But,
wedding.
Yeah, good friend of mine getting married. Shout out to him and his now wife. Congratulations to you both. And yeah, it's just kind of been plugging away since then. Yeah.
You know, I got to say, it is very shocking to see you wearing a shirt that has hot dogs on it. Not a big hot dog guy.
No. I used to be a big hot dog guy. I don't know if it was like the Nathan's Famous hot dogs, like which is like
You're
where
from New York.
Coney Island.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean those were my go-to as a kid. I used to really like those. I always like to. You take the hot dog, you toast the bun a little bit, you put a slice of American cheese on it, maybe a little ketchup if you're feeling that.
So you're pro ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah. I see no problem.
How the
with
hell
that.
are you?
Yeah.
How the hell are you?
Yeah.
Me
But
too.
I'm not a big mustard guy, so
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
funny enough. I've been having this conversation with some friends recently. I'm making like a big conversion to being a mustard guy, but not yellow mustard. Any other kind of mustard,
Like a
right? So for
Dijon?
instance- yes. So for
Or like a
instance,
honey?
honey mustard.
big honey mustard. Big honey mustard guy.
Benny honey.
Yeah, Vinny Honey.
That's the Tepon place, right? Where they
Yeah.
cook in front of you.
Yeah.
When the Masters were on, I had like a little backyard barbecue, whatever. Made
Oh,
some chili
very
dogs
cool.
and whatnot. Threw some mustard on that chili
I
dog.
didn't get
you
an
know?
invite to
There
that.
are certain big golf guy here. There are certain things that I feel like I have to have mustard on, right? Like a pastrami sandwich, gotta have it. A McDouble, gotta have the mustard. A Tommy's chili burger, gotta have
The
it.
Tommy's
right?
one is the one that you definitely have me on, yeah.
But like I've never had a Chicago style hot dog because the thought of seeing all that like just straight yellow mustard just hitting directly on my tongue
Kind of gross.
scares
you
me.
out, Yeah.
I just don't think I would.
Scares you like that kid in the Burger King commercial.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't want to talk about that. But if it was like a spicy brown or like a deli mustard or something, I'm
Sure.
sure I'd be fine. Which I'm sure there are some places that do that. I think even Portillo's, theirs is like more.
It's
so
not a
yellow
standard.
Mustard,
It's not a
but
standard
it's a little
yellow.
bit different.
What even is like the ingredient in yellow mustard?
mustard?
Like
Like the plant?
just the seed.
yeah.
Like they just ground the seed
Yeah.
up and boom,
And
that's
then,
what you
yeah,
have.
Add whatever to make
I
it.
feel like they have to add something to give it that color though. I just don't think the mustard seed would give that like bright.
bright yellow.
Yeah, like that
the
school
French's,
bus yellow.
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I can't believe that. It's raining.
The studio above us is doing other stuff or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, I'm
Get in the comments.
yeah.
Tell me what goes in the mustard.
pro mustard. Use hashtag pro mustard or hashtag no mustard to voice your opinion. But yeah, I'm coming around on mustard.
Okay.
So that said, on like a chili dog or something, sure. I don't know. Like the other day, I got a Danger Dog when I left the Angels game.
Classic.
And
Classic Joel.
she was like, todos? And I was like, hell yeah, but everything. In my mind, I thought she was talking about like the onions and the peppers and whatnot. She throws it all on there and then immediately goes ketchup. I'm like, hell yeah. And then she goes mustard. And I was like, okay. And then she made the biggest mistake, which I don't know if I know this about you. She went mayo next.
No, not on a hot dog.
Not a mayo on a hot dog.
Not on a
guy.
hot dog. No,
Not
that's
a-
weird.
I do not like it.
There's only
and it was
two,
like a very like liquidy mayo too, so it was like ugh.
a liquidy mayo.
Yeah, like not as like thick, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, so I kind of like wiped off
The mayo side.
I was able to get like mostly mayo and mustard off, and then there was still ketchup. But I've never done like ketchup and mustard on a hot dog because I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
But I mean, like I said, I like a McDouble, and that has ketchup and mustard. But something about it being on a hot dog and exposed like that is like.
Yeah, I get it. I know that like most people would probably argue like mustard on a hot dog is like the main.
Chicago people for sure.
I think most people, New Yorkers too. Yeah.
When I had that one hot dog I had in New York, they put like the stewed like onions on top. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was so good.
No, that's what
I loved that.
the standard New York hot dog is: mustard, onion, maybe a little relish, and that's about it.
Yeah, I went relish, ketchup, the stewed onion or whatever they had, and then yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I used to be a big hot dog guy.
What's the name of the brand?
Which one?
The like hot dog carts in New York are like all like the same brand.
Oh,
It's not Vienna.
No,
It's,
I know what you're talking about.
Similar looking logo. I think it's also like yellow and
It's
blue.
like it's like a yellow and blue logo. Yeah, we could probably find this
I'll
out.
find it on that
Yeah,
one. Not
get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use hashtag #ProMustard if you know the name of the hot dog brand, and no mustard if you don't. Right, Ryan?
I mean, I kind of want to know. So
Are you gonna look it up right now?
maybe I'll think
By
about
the power of Google.
it. I'll think about it.
But yeah, Ryan, this week you've brought the topic, not me.
I did.
I'm excited.
I hope so. Yeah.
Folks, we're going to give you 3 seconds right now. Look at us. 5 seconds, maybe. Look at us. Guess what the topic is. Say it out loud, but don't cheat. And then if you got it right, again, drop it in the comments, right? So 5 seconds starting now. Did you get it?
That's probably it. Yeah, that's probably 5
You think they got it?
No,
Probably didn't get it.
no. I don't think I told a single person that we were doing this episode.
Good.
Yeah.
You didn't go to that wedding and blab your mouth like you normally do.
No, had plenty of other things to talk about. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one.
Me too.
This is the one that you mentioned last episode that we both had on our list.
Yes. So I'm
Yeah.
glad. I
I think
mean,
this is the first one we've had the
Yeah.
instance of. Yeah.
it's like when you were like when you're a little kid, right? And your parents say like, okay, like you can pick what we eat today, but tomorrow's your sister.
Yeah.
But your sister picked something that you wanted anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, well, I'm a winner.
I'm winning both times.
Yeah.
You know, that's how this felt.
Yeah. Or like if you're an only child and you just get to pick every time, or none of the time. Yeah.
It can only be one or the other.
Yeah.
There can be only one highlight.
Yeah. Your parents either tailor dinner around what you want, or they
Who's Taylor?
like tailor like a suit tailor.
Like a Taylor ham?
Yeah.
Which one are you?
I'm a Taylor ham guy. Yeah.
Pork roll is definitely more fun.
Pork roll's a more fun term. Yeah.
Taylor ham kind of boring.
Yeah. I can't control how I was
Said,
raised.
Also on that same trip, I had a pork roll
Taylor
sandwich.
ham. Yeah.
Loved it.
Taylor ham, egg and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
That's go-to. Get like a nice little like what is that bun called?
I was gonna say I can't remember the name of the bun, but I remember when I told.
There's a specific type of bun.
Yeah, so friend of the show, Chris DJ Robinson, great comedian. Check her out. She's got some shows coming out. When I showed it to her, she was like, "You did it right."
Yeah.
I was like, "I guessed on the bread."
It's like a seeded.
you know
it's
you
like a
did it right.
seeded bun, but
It
it's
was
not
delicious.
like a burger seed.
Yeah,
bun.
yeah.
It's a seeded bun. Though.
It was delicious. Anyway, I'm going away. We cannot keep talking about food.
I mean, we
So
could.
I'm just gonna keep going.
We could easily.
The Burger King episode was very hard for me to just not keep talking about the menu.
Yeah, but you always knew at the light at the end of the tunnel is that we're gonna go eat
Yeah.
there, which could have been a problem, but
Light at the end of the tunnel.
we're still here.
We're still here. Ryan, what are we talking about today?
I think I should just show you.
All right.
Yeah.
With our handy dandy monitor. Look at the production value of this show.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I think a lot of people that watch the show probably watch it for the first 2 minutes and then turn it off and then just listen to it.
No, I think it's the other way around.
You
Actually,
think so?
I,
People are listening to it and they're like,
I've had a lot.
"Go
I've had a
watch
lot of
this."
people start listening to it and then switch to the video. Yeah. So thank you, all
Thank
of you watching now. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. There he is. That
Love
is
it, man.
beautiful
Right into the
stuff.
home screen.
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
Ryan, what are we talking about today?
We were talking about, of course, the famed computer CD game
Oh, Chick-fil-A commercial.
Yeah. It's the first day with a new monitor.
Oh no, Challengers commercial.
First day with my new monitor. We were talking about the famed CD-ROM game, Backyard Baseball.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Backyard
Love
Baseball. I don't know about you, Joel. Game's a staple of my childhood.
Loved Backyard Baseball.
Staple.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the most important games of my childhood.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. It was an early baseball video game that I could play.
It's a game that, yeah, like,
it doesn't require a lot out of you in terms of like technical skills with video games.
Right.
Whatnot. You know, you play the show nowadays, and it's like
you can't.
I could probably go hit a real major league fastball easier than I could hit on the show.
We've had this conversation before about the show. There's like a period between like it was around like 2015-16 era where all of a sudden a game that I was great at in the show suddenly was terrible.
Oh yeah, no,
Terrible.
I'm so bad
Yeah.
when I play online or anything.
I can't hit.
I swing at everything.
Yeah.
I can't hit.
I'm a good
like,
pitcher.
You know,
I pitch very well.
Right. My sequences, top notch.
Yeah.
You know,
Beautiful
but
stuff.
No.
It's just
But this
it's problematic. But this game, if you can't play Backyard Baseball, I
you
don't know
probably can't play real baseball.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Like this game is the most simplistic version of a sports game that you could ever find, and we love it because of that. But there's so many elements that make Backyard Baseball so
100.
good, and I have a lot of good ones to get into. Just tell me a little bit. What was your introduction into Backyard Baseball?
So I remember my cousin had OG Backyard
97.
Baseball.
1997
So
was the
whenever
very first
we'd
version.
Go over there. It was a game that we were playing on their computer, and we were there a decent bit, so it was a game I was playing a lot. The first one I ever owned was it was one of the ones on PS2. So I don't remember exactly which one it was, but same thing. I mean, I loved Backyard Baseball growing up, and we'll obviously dive into all this stuff, but I'm sure similar to you, like, what was fun about it was it literally felt like what I did on a daily basis. It
Yeah.
was me and my friends playing baseball
Out on the streets,
in the streets, at
a
the
park,
park,
yeah.
whatever it may be.
in
It
the
wasn't-
middle of New York City.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't at a baseball field, you
Right.
know? And
You play wherever you can.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about for you, but growing up for us, it was tennis balls. We played with a tennis ball. We played everything else
We had a wiffle
was
ball.
legit, but
Yeah.
we played tennis balls. Whatever,
I played some games with
you
tennis
know?
balls too. Yeah,
And it was like you're not going to break a window with it, ideally, you know.
not at our age
yeah.
typically.
And you know, so playing Backyard Baseball, he was like, "Oh well, I can't be outside with my friends playing in the streets. Well, I'm going to play it on this computer or on my PlayStation or whatever it is. You know what I mean?" And so it was like, it felt like I was just doing what I would be doing anyway.
Yeah.
Which I loved. You know?
Yeah. No, it's so iconic, and I wanted to give proper respect to the franchise because unfortunately, for people that don't know, this franchise is kind of dormant.
Yeah.
It's kind of over. They haven't made one since I believe 2016, and that one did not go over well. I looked at some pictures of what some of our beloved cast of characters looks like in the more modern versions.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and I will stay away from it.
It's kind of odd because this is the kind of game that perfectly lends itself to, like, when Facebook used to have a lot of games, right?
Yeah.
Being on Facebook, or even more so, being a mobile game.
Yeah.
Like, this would
It'd be a
slap
great
as
mobile
a mobile game.
Yeah, the fact
You
that
know
it's
what I mean?
not a mobile game is crazy.
Yeah, like like we were talking about earlier, it is so simple. Like, you don't have to have a lot of controls, right? You don't need 50 buttons.
Right.
You know, you can have 2 or 3 buttons on the screen and get away with it. You know, so the fact that it's not a mobile game is kind of insane to me.
I don't get it. Yeah. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. It was a 3DS game.
Yeah.
I had that version. It was fun. It was classic Backyard Baseball. And the controls are so simplistic because when this game came out, it was a mouse.
Yeah.
Mouse click.
It was a mouse.
Yeah. You mouse click to do everything. So you can't just do a tap motion on a phone and do the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't
Be
get it.
easy. But yeah, it's a bold choice by the studio to kind of close
Just
up
let
shop.
it fizzle, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. The studio, I don't know if you're familiar that well with them. It had the name.
Humongous Games. I
Yeah,
believe.
Humongous Games. Are you familiar with some of their IPs that they've done?
Just Backyard Baseball.
Okay.
I mean, well, all the backyard sports. 'Cause
Right,
they
of
did, like,
course, yeah.
soccer.
There's
and
several,
football,
yeah.
Whatever else. Basketball.
They were like big in like children's educational games. So
You know
think
what?
like Putt Putt, the Purple
Yeah.
Car, Pajama Sam, Freddy the Fish. I think Sly Fox was the other one. Those are games I played.
Yeah.
I would go to my cousin's place on they had a computer in their basement, and we would play all those games.
I loved those kinds of games.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to have one called Math Blasters. That's like
I know Math Blasters. Yeah.
I freaking loved Math
Yeah.
Blasters. You know what I mean? It's like, it's funny how like the older you get, you know, in school you don't want to learn and whatnot, but when you're a kid, it's like, well, if I'm playing a game, you know,
I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you can't spell cat by shooting all of these robots. Oh,
Watch
bet.
me,
Want to see? Yeah. Yeah. Give me a harder word. Yeah. Yeah. But those games are all iconic. But I did a deep dive because I wanted to like really understand the history of backyard baseball. So I want to shout out a specific website, the Ringer website, based out here in LA. They cover a lot of sports and pop culture things. In 2019, they had a sit down with the creators of backyard baseball, and I read through the article the other day. I found some fun tidbits that I don't know if you or anybody watching this or listening would know.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. You know, they're based out of Seattle, Washington.
We have a viewer from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Shouts to our viewer from Seattle, Washington.
Wherever you are.
You just got mentioned last episode, too.
Yeah, there you go.
And someone that we're in a group chat with always gets mad because she doesn't get mentioned on any of the shows. So, sorry. It's continuing even into this show. Have something for me to talk about.
Damn, that's a personality call out.
I know, yeah. I'm sorry.
That's tough.
That was uncalled for.
That's tough.
Well, and when we do our Bluey episode, we'll talk about you.
No, very good. Never seen it.
I saw a clip on Twitter that's going around right now, and I almost cried, and I have no context.
That's crazy.
It was
You're a big
great.
crier, though.
Yeah.
You're a crier.
I like to cry. For art.
Yes, of course, for the art's sake.
Yeah.
But yeah, based in Seattle, Washington,
Love that. Love me some Seattle.
this game only got greenlit for one reason. It got greenlit after the 1995 postseason, because that is when the Seattle Mariners went on their miracle run. Not the 2001 team,
no.
the one that was like the 100 and whatever games.
Whatever wins, yeah.
120 something or whatever it was, then lost. You hate to see it. I'm about to sneeze real hard.
Do it.
Yeah.
You sneeze, and I will sing into the microphone.
camera. Are you ready?
Yeah. Go ahead. Ryan's gonna sneeze.
That's pretty good. How do I look? Do I look good?
You look like you just sneezed.
Is that good or bad?
You know when you yawn and someone else has to yawn? You just sneeze, and I swear to God, I just got like a tickle in my nose.
Yeah?
I'm holding on. We'll keep going.
That was beautiful.
Might have a sneeze coming up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just simpatico, as always, between us.
You trying to speak Spanish?
Yeah. We.
Oui.
We. Yeah, so that Seattle 1995 team, those of you not familiar, baseball fans out there, stack team.
Stack team. Yep.
Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, young A-Rod. One of my favorite, Tino Martinez, was on that team. My guy.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Edgar Martinez,
Sure.
when I went to Seattle to go watch a game out there, went to Edgar's
Yeah.
because they have the seasoned grasshoppers.
Yeah.
They were out,
They're out of the
which
grasshoppers.
was annoying. I really wanted to try. I needed to conquer my fear of grasshoppers by eating them, and I couldn't.
You probably get them somewhere else.
I can, but that's not fun.
It's not as fun.
You imagine being able to go on your social media and posting, having grasshoppers at the game.
You're pretty cool, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
How do they run out at the game?
I don't know. So I got to go back.
Back to
But
Seattle.
I did have Din Tai Fung there, and it was great because I was able to get it at the game without my whole party being there.
Here you go.
So.
It's a deep cut right there. But yeah, so the Mariners went on a nice little run in the playoffs, beat my Yankees, ended Don Mattingly's career. Sad. Playing career. Yeah. Yeah, he's still coaching somewhere out there. I think he's in Toronto now.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
He's bearded in Toronto.
No, I don't think he has.
Shaved
I think
again?
He's shaved again.
No.
Yeah, I could be wrong.
I liked him with the beard.
Yeah, it was just full white.
Made me respect him a little more.
Full all white beard. Yeah,
Santa Claus.
hilarious. And the Mariners went on that run, and the head of the studio basically told the guys that were pitching it, baseball is kind of cool. We should make this game. Yeah. So they pieced it all together, and that's how we got backyard baseball. So if my Yankees losing in the playoffs and ending Don Mattingly's career means that we got backyard baseball, I'll take it.
Shout out to the Seattle Mariners.
I'll take it. Yeah. Yeah. They haven't done much else since.
Okay.
But I'll take it. Do you ever see the I think they go by Secret Base now, the YouTube channel.
What used to be like Chart Party and it's
like SB Nation.
Yeah, SB Nation.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Seattle Mariners doc that they did?
No, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's good.
That wasn't a John Boyce one, was it?
John Boyce was on that, yeah.
But he wasn't. It wasn't like just him, Because he used to do Chart Party and.
Well, he was the VO for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I freaking love John Boy's stuff.
Yeah, John Boyce is cool.
He's fantastic.
He's really good. That doc is incredible.
I'll have to check it out.
That made me care about a team that I didn't care about at all.
Last time we watched, we ate Burger King. Tonight I'll watch the Seattle Mariners documentary.
It's 6 parts and each one is over an hour.
How many hours do you think I got tonight, dude?
Not that many.
I do.
No.
Well, I just want to sleep.
Oh, all right, fair enough. But I just think that the history behind that being like, yeah, the only reason this game about baseball got made is because of baseball.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes it, as a fan, it enhances the game a little bit for me knowing that. I hope it did the same for you.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of fun tidbits in there that I learned. I'll touch on a couple of them as we go. I kind of want to just get into like the minutia of the game.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because there's a fun cast of characters involved here. Amongst some other things, we got the power-ups. We got some cool stadiums, the team names you could build.
For sure.
A lot of good stuff. But I think before we do that, we're going to throw to a quick break here. And welcome back to the Mind Rewind. Here talking about backyard baseball. Joel, I'm going to pull up here for you and everybody watching. This is our cast of characters.
Love them.
These are the original 30 characters. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, well, backyard baseball also featured, and all the backyard games featured the professionals as kids you could pick from as well.
Right.
Not the original one.
No. I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah.
The original one was only their 30 original characters plus one secret character, actually. Are you familiar with the secret character?
Thinking about it, no, I don't know if I am.
All right, we'll touch on them.
Touch
on them in a little bit. But yeah, this is our cast. There's a lot of familiar faces. Just the nostalgia from looking at this list. And I know it says backyard basketball up there, but this is just to see who all the kids are. For anybody that wanted to get in the comments and be like, this is the backyard basketball cast.
Looking at the wrong one.
It's like, nope, same cast. Yep, I double checked.
Stupid idiot.
I'm sure there's a lot of names that bring back some memories. A lot of these kids you probably used in the games. But there is one standout, and I think it would only be proper for us to start with him.
And he stands out, not very tall. You look at this list, Ryan, he's the smallest one.
He is the smallest one. We're of course, talking about
Pablo Sanchez, man, the GOAT. The dude is across baseball as a whole, Major League Baseball, KBO, Japan, doesn't matter. Pablo Sanchez is one of the greatest of all time.
I learned a fun little tidbit about Pablo Sanchez, and it's who he was modeled after, both in skills and in design. There is a somewhat famous fictional baseball player, but you don't think of him as a baseball player, but it is like a character thing that he plays baseball. Looking at Pablo, can you picture who I'm referring to?
Can I get a little more hints? Maybe like
is this an all-time famous character, like pantheon famous? It's a name everybody knows.
Is it a cartoon?
Yes, and it's an old cartoon.
Old cartoon.
Because when I tell you who it is, I don't think you're gonna see it because I don't really see it. But this is directly from Nick Mirkovich's mouth, who was the creator of Backyard Sports.
All-time baseball. You said we don't think of him as a baseball player.
You would not think of him as a baseball player.
But he likes baseball, or what?
We've seen him playing baseball.
No idea.
I'll give you one more hint.
Okay.
He is very prominent in a theme park.
Oh, okay. Yes, I know who it is then, 100%.
Who is it?
Charlie Brown.
It's Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. Yeah.
Charlie Brown.
Okay, I can see it.
You see it a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's just really funny that the greatest baseball player, like fictional baseball player ever, is modeled after a character who's known to not be good at baseball.
Really bad at all sports.
Really bad, yeah. It's not his thing. But that's his physical appearance. His skills, I found this was very interesting. I mentioned that the creators of this game based in Seattle. So his batting stance is just a tweaked version of Edgar Martinez's batting stance. But his skill set is modeled after the one, the only Alex Rodriguez.
Nailed it.
Another win for A-Rod, who himself was a massive fan of the franchise, I found out.
I was going to say, when you talk about there being pros in later iterations of the game, A-Rod is someone who always comes to my mind with backyard baseball.
Yeah, he is one of the prominent
he is one of the more prominent major leaguers that appears in backyard baseball.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a couple that you just think of. And it helps because it's the guys that we grew up watching. Like we were a guy like A-Rod. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
withstanding some of the other stuff with him, of course, very prominent in our baseball fandom.
They even had
especially mine.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Cal
in
was on
it,
the
you
cover
know,
of
like,
the 01 game.
That's
Yeah.
so much fun, you know.
There's some fun tidbits if we decide to really go into the pros and stuff. We might touch on that. Maybe we'll save that for a future discussion.
or maybe even some extra content or something.
We'll
you
see.
know?
Who
Yeah.
knows? Because it's fun, and there's some fun. They pick. There's 31 professionals that make it
Yeah.
into 2001, and it's not all guys that you would assume would be in the game, which is really funny. But yeah, Pablo's. He's
He's a little stud, dude.
he's a
And I
monster.
learned this recently. I saw it on TikTok, and then doing the research for the show, I saw this. So when you're like on the player menu and whatnot, you're selecting 11 players. They have like little lines that they say, and like you can kind of click on them. They'll be like, "Hi, I'm so and so. I this and this, 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 this." When you click Pablo's, his first 3 are
Yeah.
in Spanish.
Yeah.
But then his 4th one, he says, "I'm Pablo." And I don't remember the exact wording, but he says something along the lines of, "Don't tell the other kids, but I actually do speak English. I learned Spanish in elementary school or whatever. I learned Spanish in school."
I actually do have that here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did. I watched all of these.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You watched all
I
of
watched.
these?
There was a 40-minute supercut with all of them. It's the same one. It's what you're watching.
Where is he?
He's the last one.
Is he at the
He
bottom?
was on mine.
I don't have him at the bottom.
Let me
here.
see. Enhance.
There's so many.
Scroll, 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 scroll. This is great content. The folks just listening to this are like, what the hell is
I don't
going
see
on?
him. Yeah.
What, down here, he's definitely in. This is the video I watched. If you like hover over the things on the bottom, I'm going to put a cut in right here. All right, we found him. We're back.
Yep, I got him. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the myth, the man, the legend, Pablo Sanchez.
Soy Pablo. ¿Quieres
Look at
jugar?
those stats.
Me gusta el béisbol más que las
Stats are
tareas de la
crazy.
escuela. Vamos a
Okay, you're
jugar. Okay, don't tell the other kids, but I speak English. I learned Spanish. in
That's
school.
crazy.
That's so freaking funny. I love that.
It's such a good little touch.
Like a little
Yeah.
Easter egg in there, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, it's a nice little touch. Pablo's just, I mean, you saw his stats up there as well. He's almost perfect.
Yeah.
The only
just
category he's
a
not.
little bit pitching.
Yeah, I mean, there's better pitchers than him, but he's still a good pitcher.
Yeah. I mean, and it comes down to his stature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just a little too short.
Just a little guy.
He's not getting as much leg coming off the mound.
What position would you
Totally
normally
fair.
put Pablo in? Because I have a position that I always. Put
I
him
usually play him on the left side of the infield.
Really?
Shortstop or third base.
at.
Would you have him?
I always been a catcher.
Catcher?
Always at a catcher.
A
Yeah.
little guy?
Yeah. Him and one other guy are always good
Mm.
catchers. I thought, but so is there anything else you want to say about Pablo?
I mean, not much. You like I said,
He is
he's
the
just
most famous person.
yeah.
from this
When
franchise.
people talk about backyard baseball, they talk about Pablo Sanchez.
there's people that probably know who Pablo Sanchez is and don't even know
and
where
never
he came
played
from.
it. Yeah, no, he's for lack of a better term, a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else stands out?
He was actually right after Pablo right there. Pete Wheeler was
Yeah.
someone I always
Me
loved.
too.
Dude was fast.
Big Pete guy.
His freaking country accent was super fun. He's out there playing in his overalls.
Yeah.
Loved me some Pete.
Yeah. Pete was a big standout for me. I always like Keisha Phillips.
Keisha too.
Keisha Phillips was a
yeah,
tank, just crushing.
Keisha
crushing
literally
dingers.
just absolute powerhouse.
Yeah, she hitting dingers all over the place. Kenny, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny was always very prominent.
Notice they didn't name him Wheels.
They did not. No, there's another guy with wheel in his name.
Yep.
It's the fast kid.
Yep.
What do you think of these designs?
I love it.
It's great.
I love it. Pete looks like Peyton Manning, which
Oh,
I
he
think is
kinda does,
hilarious.
yeah.
It's just got like 15 head.
He's like mixed between Peyton Manning and Stinky from Hey Arnold.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like how that's what he kind of looks like.
No, I love the design. It's super, super fun. The way that they've got these kids, you know,
I'm just
like,
picturing Peyton Manning when backyard football came out and like, Peyton, we want to put you in the game. Like, I thought I was already in the game.
yeah. I thought that was me.
Yeah.
No, the way that like their proportions are is just so funny.
It's
to
very
me. Like,
cartoony.
Yeah, it's super cartoony. Like the kids, all the ones that have the glasses, how massive the glasses are on their faces and stuff like that. And then you know, the fact that their smiles and everything are just smile.
And that's
dot,
why
dot,
it's
smile.
so it's so bad with the newer versions where they like modernize.
They try
the
to make
graphics.
them
They try to
look
make it
like-
look like real kids.
Yes.
These aren't good. These aren't real proportions. That's why I mentioned like the Hey Arnold look. It's like
Yeah.
the same thing. The Hey Arnold, like, the kids don't you never see a kid that
Exactly.
looks like that. It's just how the art style is done. And they did that on purpose because they wanted diversity, which was a huge proponent for them. Like if you look at, unless they're like siblings, and there's a couple of siblings in here. I think it's like 5 or 6 siblings.
There's a handful.
Like the skin tones for a lot of the kids are just different.
Yeah, they're different. Yeah.
They very much change it up to make everybody look different. Because I think in the interview that I watched a little bit, there's different shades of different types of
Ethnicities
culture
and
ethnicities and cultures. Yeah, that you're not gonna look exactly the same. So I think they did a really good job with
They did a
like,
much
we talked
better
about,
job of diversity than Burger
That's
King
what I was
did.
gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up exactly. Like the Burger King Kids Club, we made the joke. It's like it's mostly white kids.
Yeah.
This one is all over the place,
Yeah.
and it's really the right route to go for baseball in particular. Because baseball is a global sport. Like,
Yeah.
if this was like, I know backyard football. If backyard football was first, maybe they don't go that route.
Yeah,
But because
true.
baseball was first, I think that really helps. And like that Mariners team, I mentioned a couple of the names, the prominent players, Latino, like 2 Latino guys, a white guy, a black guy.
And a little bit down the road after that, you get Ichiro.
And Ichiro,
you
yeah.
know, you come in. So
Yeah.
I do want to point out too. Earlier I was talking about Pete Wheeler. Love me some Pete Wheeler. I mentioned him having the country accent. I did mix him up with what the fuck?
Dubois.
What's the other guy's name? Yeah,
Yeah.
which I think is also funny because he doesn't.
Marky Dubois.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
He pronounces it Dubois.
Yeah.
which I think is really funny instead
He's
of being
supposed to be Dubois.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
supposed to be
this
Dubois.
country kid.
Yeah. Well, all of these most of these kids are going to come up a little later.
Yeah.
For something we're going to do for the end of the show, which would be a fun little surprise for all of you watching. What other elements from the game stand out for you?
The big one to me, and you've mentioned this, the stadiums.
Yes.
Where you play was so vital to the game. And there were a lot of like elements of it that, again, going back to my childhood, I watch or I look at and I'm like, yes, this reminds me of X, Y, or Z as a kid,
Is there one in particular that you remember fondly?
Yes, actually. Hold on, let me pull out my show notes here. Don't mind me.
Because I've got them all right here. So if there's one in particular that you want to
Oh yeah, if you want to pull one there, keep going.
I'm going up right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are
This one right here.
Here?
It's called Dirt something, I think. Dirt Yards, I
I'll go up a
believe is
little
what it
bit,
was
yeah.
called. Yep.
Dirt Yards. Yeah.
I used to love playing at that one just because it was like right there on the city street.
Yeah,
you
it's
know what I mean?
cool,
You got
yeah.
the building in the background. It's
Yeah.
like it felt very Sandlot. Like, I mean, especially you literally look at it, there's no grass.
Yeah.
And it just reminded me of like just playing baseball wherever you could. I mean,
Yeah.
as a kid, we used to play. There was this restaurant we'd go to called Chewy's that we'd go to
I've heard of
after our
Chewy's.
baseball practices.
Yeah.
When all the parents were still inside eating or whatever, we'd go to the counter and ask them for a ball of foil. And we'd go out behind the restaurant and they had all their brooms and stuff set up and we'd play baseball.
That's super cool.
And that's
Yeah.
exactly what I think about when I think
Baseball's
of
like the only
backyard
sport you
baseball.
really do that with.
Yeah,
So.
you just need a ball and a stick of some kind. You know?
Yeah. You figure out the rest.
Yeah,
I mean,
but yeah, Dirt Yards, and then I also liked.
I like Big City Stadium.
So I was gonna say Big City Stadium, or there was one that was called the Park Department #2. I liked those because they were legit fields. So it felt like again, even as a kid, we would play in the street, we'd play at whatnot, whatever. But every now and then, whether it was for someone's birthday or we got enough
You'd
people
play at a
together,
real
whatever,
ballpark, yeah.
we'd go play at the park, you
Yeah.
know. And then it felt like, all right, this is real. Like this game matters. Like something about this pickup baseball game that we're playing, there's weight behind it because we're playing on a real field.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so when you do that on the games too, and Steel Stadium,
That's the
awesome
classic.
too.
Yeah.
That you're in a backyard.
Yeah. It's classic. It's somebody's backyard, and you can't ask for much more. It's a nice backyard.
Well, I mean, what about you? Like, what if you had to pick a number one?
I really love the look of Super Colossal Dome. I love it. Yeah, because like having the fans and stuff in there is super fun. It is just your standard ball field, so it's not the most fun. The dimensions are pretty
Dodger
simple.
Stadium esque.
Yeah, but I like it. I like the feel that you get from it. And then I liked Steel Stadium's really good, but there's one that's just pure concrete. And I think that's hilarious. I think I'm coming up on it here.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, this one. What is it?
It's called
Cement Garden.
Garden.
And sure is. It's a parking lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
There's
that's all you had
There's a little espresso cart over there. I love that.
for all the kids. Yeah.
All the kids that are wanting.
I
to
love
get
that you
their
just playing in
coffees.
an empty parking lot.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Absolutely.
Such a fun element. They really nail the element of kids just getting together and playing wherever they can.
Another story based off of that, and this actually took place across the street from the Chewies. There's a Walmart in my hometown. Now, I was a little older at this time. I was in high school or whatever. And I remember we were walking through the Walmart, and this one Walmart was open 24 hours. So it had to be midnight or a little after. And we were in there getting whatever. And I heard one employee walk up to the other and say, hey, wiffle ball in the parking lot in 15. And the other guy's like, oh, for sure. And I was like, okay, whatever. Finish our shopping. We were leaving Ryan. I kid you not. I am not emphasizing, or I'm not like exaggerating this. We're leaving. There had to be 35 Walmart employees out there in the dirt lot next to the Walmart playing baseball. And I was like, who's running the store?
Yeah, who's in charge here?
And again, I get it. It was like midnight or whatever. But I was like, there's like literally almost 40 people out here playing football in the parking lot.
Only Walmart.
You know?
Man.
And I was like, all right.
They're the only ones who can get away
I
with
really
that.
wanted to go play too. I almost
bet,
went over
yeah.
there just right now. But yeah, I think about that one. I think, this dirt lot.
There's a lot of cool
Or the cement
stadiums
lot.
involved here. There's a couple other characters I want to give a little shine to. First of all, you can't have a proper sports game without announcers. And these announcers.
Love them.
Do you remember the names of the announcers?
I know they were all like puns, or not necessarily puns, but like wordplay on certain things. I don't remember the names off the top of my head though.
So you have your color commentator and, of course, your play-by-play. The play-by-play, we got a picture of the two of them up right now. Play-by-play is Sunny Day. She's the girl on your left here. She's like the one. This is all just backstory. She's the one that put the whole like league together, basically. And then the young fella that you're seeing here, you don't remember his name?
No.
That, my friends, is Vinny the Gooch.
Vinny the Gooch.
Vinny the Gooch. He is your very stereotypical like New York accent type color commentator. And
Well, I love him with his corn dog right there.
Yeah. By the time when you finish the game, the corn dog is finished.
Yeah.
He eats it throughout the
Yeah.
game. He just he was based off of Howard Cosell, I found out, which is hilarious. But yeah, Vinny the Gooch is just an all-timer. What a great name.
Love it.
Yeah.
There was there was like a sideline reporter and stuff too. I don't remember if that came in on this one or down the road. I know he had like a play on words kind of name and stuff like that.
They all do
but
in the future
it's
installments.
It's so much fun. Like
Yeah.
And these are like the things that made the game so good. What is that? It wasn't just, oh, you're playing a game of baseball, right? Like, again, going back to the show. When you play the show, what are the aspects you like about it?
The realism.
They make it look like you're
it's the
watching
realism.
a game of baseball. The players come up, their graphics come up.
Yeah.
They have fade outs to commercials, like replays and stuff like that. And so for a game like this to have commentators and, all these little aspects of baseball that make it feel real, like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And the final person that we have here is Mr. Clanky.
I do remember Mr. Clanky.
What do you remember about him?
Just him.
He was the commissioner
Yeah.
of the league. And he's the 31st playable character. You can unlock Mr.
That's
Clanky.
who you can unlock.
Yeah, I have no idea how you get him.
Yeah.
I didn't look that up just in case I ever decide to dive into the game again. But Mr. Clanky was the 31st character.
Love that.
Yeah, you meet him like on the intro page that we saw at the beginning, the first clip that we played. So yeah, Mr. Clanky.
Love it.
Yeah, slow robot guy. There's two other elements to the game that I want to touch on before we go.
Let's do it.
I think you know what they both are. Is there one in particular you'd want to get to first?
Well, I think we wanted to talk a little bit about the power-ups.
Yes, we
right?
do.
Let's talk
Yep,
about power-ups.
let's do the
Why don't
power-ups.
you tell us about what we got here?
So-
because I think this is such an important element of the game.
This is what makes the
We
game unique.
Yeah, as I say, we talk about the realism of the game.
Yeah,
You got to have some fun elements to it too.
yeah.
And I think this is part
So there's more pitching ones than I thought there
yes, that's
Yeah.
when I think about the power-ups, I think more about the pitching.
were. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a way more because there's 4 hitting ones. There's the aluminum power,
Mm-hmm.
which is the aluminum bat. The screaming line drive. It's a fast line drive, but it's really you just basically can't catch it.
Yeah.
The undergrounder lets the batter
Remember
make
that
the
one.
ball go under. Oh, it goes underground.
You literally hit the ball and it goes boop.
No,
and then it just
I don't.
pops up
Yeah, I
on
don't
the
even
field.
remember
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. And then the crazy bunt, which is like you do the bunt one and the ball just
Yeah,
goes wherever, which is hilarious. So that's it for the hitting ones. I always remembered more. Maybe later installments added more. Pitching, there's a ton.
Yes.
There's the fireball, self-explanatory.
Super fast.
Yeah. The big freeze.
My favorite one.
Yeah, that's your
That's
favorite?
my favorite one.
The ball just
Yeah.
kind of stops.
Yeah, you literally. So when you're watching the game, the ball's coming in, and then like right before it gets to the plate, it literally just stops, and the batter go.
Yep.
Swing at it, and then the ball goes.
Yep.
After that,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Zigzag was fun.
zigzag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Starts left, goes right.
Mhm.
Yeah. The corkscrew, very similar, goes in circles. That's a good one. Crazy ball. Makes a loud whistling noise. That one's fun. I don't remember that one. Slow-mo's good. It's just such a slow
Yeah,
pitch.
it literally just.
Yeah, and it's so enticing, especially after playing the show so much. You just want to swing.
You want to swing it.
Yeah,
You're
wanna
trying to
swing.
hack. Yeah.
You're ready, and you miss it almost every time. Spitball, cover and spit. It'll move in different
Yeah, it just
directions.
jumps around.
The elevator, ball's pitched below the batter's box at first, but the ball suddenly rises up, tricking the batter into swinging a strike. Interesting. And then 110% juice, the Conseco, they call that, refills the pitcher's energy. So that's a good one.
The 100%.
Yeah.
110%.
So
juice is loose.
you said what your favorite was.
Yeah. What's yours?
I love Crazy Bunt.
That is fun.
I love Crazy
That is a
Bunt.
ton of fun.
That one is so much fun because
Yeah.
you already piss off your friends when you bunt on them, but do Crazy Bunt
Yeah.
where they just can't get to the ball. It's classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, this is such an important element of the game because as much as like I was just literally talking about how it's awesome, there's all this realism to it. This element of it makes it so much fun because it's like, it's just a little bit quirky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're still playing baseball. For the most part, you're playing regular baseball, but you have these little fun power-up elements that you can kind of use along the way. And I think that's super, super fun. And it's just things you remember. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think about that freeze pitch, you know. I used to love throwing that, you know. It was my favorite one, absolutely. And the underground ball, you
Yeah.
know. But
Elevator's
I
funny
think this
too,
is
yeah.
super, super fun.
Yeah. All the power ups are fun, and it does. You're right. It adds such a fun wrinkle to the game. It makes it different. Makes
And
it
those are all
stand
things
out.
you would love to try, like in real life. You know, like
Yeah.
I would love to try and hit a freeze,
A spitball?
You know what I mean? Yeah, a
Yeah.
spitball. You know what I mean? Like all of these would be super, super fun to try and encounter in real life.
Absolutely. There's one more thing I want to touch on, and it's actually going to lead us into the final segment of the show.
Okay.
Are you ready for
Yeah,
that?
let's do it.
All right. So, one thing about this game is you actually get to play.
Mm-hmm.
That's super important, obviously. But when you play, you get to make your own team.
Yes.
You get to create your own team name, and it's not really based off of cities or anything because these are just your neighborhood.
Yeah,
kids.
they're just things. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do we have here? We'll pull the list up here for everybody to look at. Joel, I want you to pick your team name here.
I'm trying to think back. I know I used to always do. There's two that I specifically remember. Oh, I used to do these all the time. And I used to.
You seem like a
combine
Wombats kind of guy.
past Joel. That was very much my comedy. You'd think
The
I would be a
Wombats.
Wombats guy.
Yeah.
But no, I was Mighty Bombers.
Oh, like the Bronx Bombers.
Okay.
Yeah, I ruined it for you.
Okay. And then these two are actually next to each other. So the way it works when you're picking, you got like a description word, and then like whatever. So
Yeah.
Mighty Bombers, and then the Super Duper All Stars. I used to do that a lot of times because that just sounds clean.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
classy,
kind of
you know what I
lazy.
mean?
It's a
Okay.
little lazy.
Okay. Well.
Well, is that what you're gonna go with?
So you want me to pick for our thing
Pick your
today?
Yeah,
Little Giants is pretty funny.
that's a classic.
movie.
I just watched that movie.
Did you? It's
Yeah.
a great movie.
It's okay.
You know what I'm gonna go with today?
No,
The Mighty Fishes.
Mighty Fishes.
We're gonna
is
be the
fun.
Mighty Fishes.
Okay,
What about you?
Mighty's good. I like Mighty.
Well, I took it.
I know you did. Yeah.
See, ruined it for you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You should be something crazy like the Red Sox.
You know, funny
Or the
enough,
White
if you
Sox.
pick the Red Sox or
Yeah.
the White Sox, they make comment in
Exactly,
the game
yeah.
that those are real teams, which is hilarious.
Humongous Fishes.
You went with Mighty?
I went with Mighty
Kind of
Fishes.
threw off the team I was going to go with.
Well,
Yeah.
sucks.
I'm going to go with the Junior Melonheads.
I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a candy.
Yeah. That's why I like
Junior Melonheads.
it. Junior
I like it.
Melonheads, yeah. It's like a like
All
one
right.
of
So, what do you mean though? Like you're gonna go with the Junior Melonheads. I'm going with the Mighty Fishes. What do you mean?
I told you a little bit about this, but I didn't tell you specifically how it was going to go. Joel and I are going to draft our teams to close out this show, and at a future date, we haven't said it yet, we're going to play each other.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be our first like real big.
And we're gonna play it on the first computer ever made.
the Gateway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
No, yeah, we're gonna play some backyard baseball, and I'm stoked about that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of
Well, here's the hard part though. How do we determine who gets first pick?
fun. I know. We gotta
Because
we
we
gotta figure
know
that out.
we know who's getting picked first.
We know who's getting picked first.
Do we rock paper scissors it?
We can best 2 out of 3 rock paper scissors.
I can do best 2 out of 3.
Okay, so is it rock paper scissors shoot?
You shoot after. Yeah.
After
Yeah.
yeah, so rock paper scissors shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's put the mics down.
Best 2 out of 3. Yeah. Ready? Oof.
Gotcha.
Ryan off to a hot start. Oh!
All right.
Back to backs. So Ryan gets to go first.
I do.
Let me pull up my draft board here so I know who I want to go with.
Yeah. Did you make a draft board? Because I made one.
Not like a legit draft board. I just wrote down who I would draft in what order.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, it's pretty obvious who I'm going to go with here with the first pick. I'm going to take Pablo Sanchez. Any
Great
other
choice.
pick is wrong, unfortunately.
Great choice.
But I think you're going to take the next guy that I wanted. So
I don't think I am. I actually think I'm going to surprise you with my next pick.
Okay.
For this person's body size, their power,
Sure.
I'm going with Keisha Phillips.
I like it.
Keisha Phillips.
like it.
For first pick
Yeah.
for my team.
I like it. I like Keisha Phillips. That's a good pick by you. Okay. I'm going to go with Pete Wheeler.
You're literally going, so on my list, you took my number 1, I took my number 2, now you're taking my number 3. It's like a real draft out here.
We're going to get into some tough picks later
Are we
on.
picking 9?
Yeah.
Right? We're just picking
Oh, yeah,
9, right?
yeah.
Just for the team.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we'll do the positions later.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
post
figure
on
that
our
out.
socials what
Yeah,
the
we'll
final
get that.
lineups are going to look like.
Okay, so my next pick then, this person's an ace on the mound. Love her spunk. My second pick, I'm going with Angela Del Vecchio.
I was hoping to get her. Yeah, that's a good pick. All right, she is the best pitcher in the game.
Yeah.
How do you spell her name? Del Vecchio.
Delvecchio.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting now. Yeah, those are my top performers. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Jacinda Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Jacinda. Yeah, she's very well rounded, good fielder, good hitter. Fit anywhere in the
I'm going
diamond.
to skip down a little bit. You know, sometimes you're drafting and you have someone here, but you're like, but I feel like I've got to take this guy.
Yeah,
Just for reasons. This guy,
for reasons.
glue guy.
Yeah.
Big clubhouse guy, nothing but vibes. He's kind of the Jerkson Profar of my team. I'm going with Marky DuBois.
I like it.
I feel like you need that personality in the clubhouse.
Okay. It was like, yeah, I could see Marky DuBois fitting in here. I have a lean, and there's a position that I want to get a good player at, and I'm worried if I wait too long, I'm not going to get them. But there's some really talented people on the board still. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with like arguably the best all-around player outside of Pablo, just pretty good everywhere. I'm going to take Stephanie Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah,
like that.
I'm going to jump
That's a
down a little
good
bit
pick.
too.
Here I'm going for a good bat.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going for a good bat. I'm going with someone who's going to have play with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. Now, when you've got a younger brother, a lot of
Yeah.
times the family will kind of baby you.
Oh, are you going to go
right?
here?
I'm going to go with Ahmed Khan.
Wow.
I like Ahmed Khan's bat. I like his spunk.
You like his headphones?
I like his headphones.
Yeah, I like-
Reminds me of the kid from Hardball.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Sad
when you
movie.
call me Big Papa.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with here.
I like it.
I like my team so far. I like where we're at.
I'm very happy with where I'm at so far, and I think I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna jump down a little bit here and get the second best player at this position. I'm gonna take Kenny Kawaguchi.
You know, that was going to be my
Yeah.
next pick.
Yeah,
Um,
good. I'm glad because I almost waited.
So with that said, we're going the other way here.
Okay.
I'm going with Vicky Kawaguchi.
Oh,
I like her defense. I like her speed.
You like the 2-2?
I like the 2-2.
Yeah. Ah, this is getting hard.
What
now.
are we at here? How many we got each? 5?
We each get 4 more. Yeah.
We each get 4 more?
Yeah, the siblings went back to back. That's fun. I have some. I have some favorites of mine that I would like to pick. This guy's a powerhouse hitter, but they're so slow. Can I afford to put them on the team? I have good speed. Yeah. Okay. Yep. No, this will work. Yeah, this will work. I'm gonna take Mikey Thomas.
Oof,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I already can.
That was tough. That's one that I had down the list that I was really hoping to get.
Yeah, he's got a great hit tool.
Ryan.
Yeah.
My team name, the Mighty Fishes.
Yeah.
It may sound just thrown together. But it's not. There's reasoning behind it, okay?
Okay.
Pisces. You know Pisces?
Yeah.
What's the symbol for Pisces?
Fish.
It's two fishes.
Yeah, 2 fishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two siblings, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But my team's only made up of one of each. I'm going with another sibling here. A sibling that's part of a duo of athletes. They don't just play baseball. They play tennis.
They play tennis.
They're
yeah.
elite. I'm going with Ashley Weber.
Okay.
A great all-around athlete here.
Makes me wonder why Ashley over Sydney.
It's just a better name.
Okay. Now, do I get a little sneaky here and stop you from getting a sibling pairing? Do I do that? This is a tough, because you have a couple available.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 3 sibling settings that could get paired up on your next pick. Do I want to do it? Yeah, I need this guy on my team. I have to have this guy on my team. I need Tony Del Vecchio. I need him.
That is a tough one.
Yeah. Is he the
Again,
best player on the board? No,
no.
but I need to have him. Okay.
Ryan,
Yeah.
both of us, big Moneyball guys, okay?
We are huge Moneyball
So
guys.
when I point to you,
I know who you're. Yeah. You want me to
what
speak?
do I say?
You want me to speak?
When I point to you,
He gets on base.
he gets on base.
Yeah.
It's easy to get on base when you got a tiny strike zone.
Yeah.
I'm going with Reese Worthington.
Oh, Reese is that's a controversial pick.
Reese Worthington, man. Tiny strike zone. Homie's getting walked a lot.
Maybe. That's
a
an
lot.
interesting choice. Wow.
Just because he's the whitest guy?
No, he's just not very popular.
Okay. Well, I need someone who gets on base.
This is difficult.
I know where I'm going with my next one. I'm really hoping you don't take this person.
We get 2 more picks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I just want this person too. I'm gonna take Ernie Steele.
God, that was my next
Are
pick.
you serious?
Trying to lock up my first baseman with Ernie Steele. May have to adjust my game plan a
I'm
little
not even
bit
gonna put him
after
at
that
first
one.
base. I'm glad I got Ernie. Ernie's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I have my last pick set up.
You kind of took that out of nowhere.
I know who.
So I'm really going to have to shift here.
Yeah.
Team's really built on speed right now. So I'm going to keep that trend going. Going with Luann Louis.
Luann Louis, yeah. It was the little teddy bear.
Yeah, she comes with a teddy bear. So
Yeah.
that was my second to last one.
Yeah, we each get
So
our last pick.
We each get one more.
And I just want to say before we make these picks, shout out to the entire roster. Though all of you didn't get drafted,
Yes.
you all hold a special place in our hearts.
Yes.
It's just your contemporaries hold a
Yeah.
bigger place. I'm going to close out the team. I want to get a good all-around player. I could block you from getting a sibling pairing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go with pure talent. I'm going to take Annie Frazier.
It's a solid pick.
Yeah.
Solid pick. You know, baseball these days, very big in analytics. It's a huge part of the game, and having somebody who knows how to work those analytics is important. So because of that,
Oh, the earth is shattering
man.
waiting for this
I don't
pick.
know what they're doing with the other one. Because of that, I'm going with a fellow Mexican. We're wrapping it up with Jorge Garcia.
You're taking Jorge.
Yeah.
You're taking
Game.
putting Reese and Jorge on
It's
this
not
team.
all about the talent sometimes.
Sometimes. No, it's about vibes.
It's about vibes.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
If you had another pick,
One more.
one more,
Like one
do you
more
know who you would
additional
have taken?
pick.
Because I know who I would have taken.
I might have gone ahead and gone for Woe.
I have a guy who I almost always had on my teams. I didn't take him.
I kind of like Dimitri.
Dimitri's always that's a nice hit. I love Dante.
Yeah, Dante's solid too.
Dante's good. I'm a big Ricky guy.
I was gonna say Ricky might be up there. It was between Ricky and Jorge for me at the end.
Yeah.
But again, you need that stats guy.
Kimmy's good too. Kimmy Ekman.
Kimmy's
Yeah,
good.
Kimmy's good. Like Peppermint Patty over here.
And Kimmy's got their
Yeah.
own stadium.
I can't believe you took Angela from me. I thought I could sneak that one in there.
Sorry, man.
Angela going to second round shocked me.
Yeah.
After the top 3, it's a free for all. The top 3 are kind of locked in.
I mean,
I think Pablo Quisha.
like we talked about, it didn't matter. Pablo was gonna get picked first overall.
Yeah.
It's just how it
I
goes.
really think it's a 1, and then a debate for 2 and 3,
and then
and then it trickles.
everyone else.
Yeah. I'm very happy.
I'm stoked.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing backyard baseball. One, just to play it again.
Yeah.
Two, to see how my team performs, putting a team together. Obviously, in fantasy baseball right now, I seem to be doing a pretty good job putting a team together.
Better than some others. Yeah.
But on top of that, just for us to play.
I'm
I think it's
excited.
gonna be a good time. It's gonna be really fun. It's
gonna be really
and
fun.
it'll make great content too.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good time.
Well, that's been backyard baseball.
That's
I
Backyard
know
Baseball,
for
baby.
those of you that are thinking they didn't get into the pros and
Pros
stuff.
and whatnot.
Well, maybe we'll do something down the road to talk
Maybe.
about that. But if you want to send us home,
Yeah. As usual, folks, you know where to find us.
you get it? Send us home.
Send home.
Get it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got you.
It's pretty good.
At Mind Rewind Pod on all the socials. Hit us up, follow us, like, subscribe, tag, all that good stuff. Send us your recommendations for topics. We'd love to get in on some things that you
Please.
guys want to hear us talk about.
Please do.
Besides just the things that we're all going to nerd out. But besides that, thank you all so much for joining us. We hit that one out of the park. We'll see you folks next time.
Nice.